Somewhere in your phone or your inbox right now is a message from a happy customer. Thank you so much. You saved us. We could not have done it without you. It made your whole week when it arrived. And then you did what almost every owner does with a lovely message like that. You smiled. You maybe replied thank you, and you let it sink to the bottom of a chat you will never scroll back to. That praise, which is the most persuasive thing a stranger could possibly read about your business, is just sitting there doing nothing. Meanwhile, you are staring at a blank social post wondering what on earth to write to convince people you are worth hiring. The words you need already exist. A real customer already wrote them, better than you ever could about yourself. Today, I want to show you how an AI assistant turns those kind messages into marketing you can actually use without making it sound fake. It drafts, you approve, for a list of your scenes, the praise you never use. Let us name where most owners get stuck and call it level 0. You collect praise, but you never convert it. The nice messages arrive, you feel warm for a moment, and they disappear into the scroll. When it is time to actually market yourself, you sit down to write about how good you are, which feels awkward and boastful, so it comes out flat, and here is the quiet trap. You assume a testimonial has to be used exactly as written, so a lovely but rambling paragraph, or a one-line great job feels too small or too messy to post, and you do nothing with it. So the single most convincing thing you own, the voice of a real customer, stays locked in a private chat while you struggle to sell yourself in your own words. That is level 0, praise as a warm feeling, never as a working asset. What a testimonial is really worth. Before we open any tool, get clear on why a customer's words beat yours every single time, because that is the whole reason this matters. When you say you are reliable, a prospect discounts it, because of course you would say that. When a customer says, these people showed up when 3 others cancelled on us, a stranger believes it because it is specific, it is theirs, and they had nothing to gain. So a testimonial is not decoration, it is proof, and the more specific it is, the more it proves. What you actually own in that happy message is 3 things: a real result, a real emotion, and a real voice. Your job is not to polish those away into corporate mush. It is to lift them out and frame them so more people see them. Name that, proof over praise, specifics over adjectives, and you know exactly what to ask an assistant to do. Give it the raw words and the context. Here is the first move, and it is simpler than it sounds. Take the actual message exactly as the customer wrote it, typos and all, and give it to the AI. Do not clean it up first. The roughness is where the realness lives. Then add the context only you have. What did you actually do for them? What was the situation before you arrived? What problem were they scared they could not solve? And tell it who you are trying to reach, because copy for an anxious first-time buyer sounds different from copy aimed at a big corporate client. The raw quote, the backstory, and the audience. With those 3, the assistant is not inventing praise out of thin air, which would be dishonest and would sound it. It is working from something true a real person said, and reshaping it for a place other people will see, which is a completely different and completely fair thing to do. Brief it like a modest copywriter. Now the shift that makes this work. You do not say make this sound amazing, because that is how you get exclamation marks and words no human says, and everyone can smell it. You brief it like a modest copywriter who knows the best sales pitch is the truth, said clearly. It sounds like this. Here is a real message from a customer, and here is the context. Draft 3 ways I could use this: a short quote card for social, a slightly longer story for my website, and a one-liner for an email signature. Keep the customer's actual voice. Do not add claims they did not make, and lead with a specific result, not the adjectives. That brief is the whole secret. You are asking it to amplify something true, not to manufacture something new, and that line is exactly what keeps your marketing honest and believable. The jobs to ask for. Let me give you the specific jobs to ask for every time, because together they turn one nice message into a week of content. 1. Tighten it without faking it. Keep the customer's meaning and voice. Just remove the rambling and never add a claim they did not make. 2. Pull out the single strongest line, the specific result a stranger would find hard to argue with, and build the piece around it. 3. Give you it in several formats: a quote graphic, a short website story, a caption, a line for a proposal, because one testimonial should work in many places. 4. Suggest what to pair it with: a photo, a before and after, a call to action. And 5. Flag anything that overreaches, so you never imply a result the customer did not actually get. Tighten honestly. Find the strongest line, many formats, what to pair it with, flag the overreach. Ask for those 5, and one message feeds your marketing for weeks. One review start to finish. Let me make it concrete with a made-up example. Picture an owner we will call Marcus, who runs a small aircon servicing company, and a customer texts him, Honestly, you guys are lifesavers. Came same day when the other place said next week, and the office is finally cool again. Thank you. Lovely, and normally it would vanish. Instead, Marcus gives it to his AI assistant with the context that it was a heat wave, that the customer runs a busy clinic. That same day response is his real edge. He asks for 3 formats. It gives him a clean quote card, came same day when the other place said next week, a short website story about the clinic, and a caption. It keeps the customer's own phrasing, adds nothing false, and leads with the same day result, which is exactly what nervous customers care about. He posts the card. 2 inquiries come in that week. That is level 1. Level 0 versus level 1. Now let me name the real difference this makes, because it is not about tricking anyone. It is about finally using the proof you already have. Level 0 is praise that lives and dies in a private chat, while you separately struggle to write flattering copy about yourself that never sounds convincing because it is coming from you. Level 1 is treating every kind message as raw material, feeding it to an assistant with the context, and getting back honest, specific, ready-to-use marketing in several formats, all in the customer's real voice. Your job shrinks from staring at a blank page trying to sound impressive to reading 3 drafts and picking the one that is most true. Same happy customer, same real words, except now hundreds of strangers get to read them instead of just you. The most persuasive thing you own finally leaves the chat, and then your judgment stays in charge. This next part is not optional, so I want to be direct. The line you must never cross is inventing or exaggerating what a customer said, because the whole power of a testimonial is that it is real, and the made-up one is not just weak, it is a lie with your name on it. So the AI can reshape and shorten and reformat, but it must not add results, numbers, or claims the customer never made. And you are the one who checks that every published word is something they actually stand behind. 2 more things. Ask permission before you use someone's words publicly, especially with their name or business. It is courteous and often expected. And if you edit a quote for length, make sure you have not changed its meaning. The AI helps you present the truth well. You are responsible for making sure it stays the truth. A simple way to start. If you want to try this, here's the low-effort way in, and it is smaller than it sounds. Do not go hunting through years of messages. Find the single nicest thing a customer has said to you recently, the one that made you smile, and copy it exactly as they wrote it. Give it to your AI assistant with 2 sentences of context, what you did and who you helped, and ask for just one thing, a short quote card for social with the customer's strongest line at the top. Read it. If it still sounds like them and adds nothing false, you have your next post. That is the whole experiment. One real message turned into one honest piece of marketing. Once you see how much stronger a real voice is than your own sales pitch, you will start noticing testimonials everywhere and saving them on purpose. The honest watchouts. And because I promise no hype, here are the honest watchouts, and please take them seriously. First, never let it invent or inflate a quote, because a fake testimonial is worse than none, and it will happily make one up if you are careless with a brief. Second, get the customer's okay before you publish their words, particularly with a name or a face attached. Third, keep the customer's real voice, because the moment it reads like polished corporate copy, people stop believing a human said it, and you lose the exact thing that made it work. And fourth, do not drown a good quote in design and hype. A plain card with a specific true line beats a flashy one with an empty superlative every time. Use it to amplify what real customers already say. Keep it honest, keep it theirs, and it will do more selling than anything you could write about yourself. Isa Nadun, quick recap, let me put it together. Level 0 is letting genuine praise sink into a private chat, while you separately struggle to write convincing copy about yourself. Level 1 is treating each kind message as proof, giving the raw words and the context to an AI assistant and briefing it to tighten without faking. Lead with a specific result and reshape it into a quote card, a website story, and a caption, all in the customer's real voice. Then you check that nothing was invented, get the customer's okay, and post. The 5 asks are tighten honestly, find the strongest line, give many formats, suggest what to pair it with, and flag any overreach. What you get is your most persuasive asset, the voice of a real happy customer, finally out of the chat and in front of the people you are trying to win. If you have ever received a lovely message from a customer and then let it disappear while you struggle to write something convincing about yourself, this is the workflow that turns that praise into honest marketing you can actually use. And we made a free step-by-step course that walks you from level 0 to level 1 in plain language. No jargon and no technical background needed. It shows you how to get an AI assistant onto your own computer, working with your own messages and files, so you can try this on your real customers' words instead of taking my word for it. head to aifirstasia.com/level1 and take the free course. Do it once with the nicest thing a customer said to you this month and watch a real voice outsell your own. And if you want more of this, practical AI workflows built for SME owners, honest and no hype, then subscribe. Level 1 is right there. Go take the step.